You're listening to ARTCAST from our studio in Chamwino, Tanzania.
Hello everyone, this is ARTCAST Radio, broadcasting straight from Chamwino, Dodoma, Tanzania, and today your host is none other but one and only Ayubu Mbarazi, Daudi Mwinjuma Mbarazi. And today topic is very hot, and I would like everybody to stay calm, take your time and listen to this because it's a topic that has been disturbing the society for too long in Tanzania. And our topic is early pregnancy. A lot of people doesn't know what the reason why a lot of kids get pregnant in a very, very young age and led it to a lot of disasters. So in the studio I'm with two girls from Chamwino Art Center, and I will have a lot of interviews from different people, listen to their advices, their opinions on the early pregnancy, but also you'll hear my opinions on early pregnancy. Just to remind you, this project is sponsored by European Commission through its project Art and Culture for Unity on the capacity building for youth. And the organizations that are making this possible is Open Space Foundation from Sofia, Bulgaria, Chamwino Art Center from Chamwino, Dodoma, Tanzania, Soul Expression from Uganda, and Mind Vagant from Italia. And your host who's making you feel this feeling today is me, Ayubu Mbarazi. Stay tuned for more about this early pregnancy issue.
The project is carried out thanks to the financial support of the European program Erasmus+, K-Action 2, Capacity Building in the Field of Youth.
Well, before we start our interviews and everything, I want to enlighten a little bit. Like in Tanzania, we have two or three different class of people. We have the middle class, the highest class, and the lower class. And this problem of early pregnancy has been facing a lot of people from the middle class and lower class. And in Chamwino, Dodoma, most of the people are from middle class to lower class. And here is where you can find a lot of girls in the streets, like 18 years old, 17, 16, already have one or two children. And you ask yourself, what is the problem actually? Because when you are 17 or 16 or 18, you have to be at the school, at the university maybe, or maybe advanced school. Even if you have finished your school, you have to be somewhere chasing your dream or something. But instead of that, a lot of girls are at home raising kids, and too bad their fathers are not there. They're just living with their parents. And that takes me to a question, what is actually a problem in Chamwino? So I had to go back and try to ask people who can actually tell me what is the problem. And luckily, I found these girls. And they will give us the insight about the early pregnancy issues, what are the causes, what is the effect to the society, what are the advices to the people. But also we'll have one or two interviews from the streets to see what actually they know about early pregnancy. And what interesting in this topic today is that two or three of the interviews from the street is not in English, it is in Swahili, and I will try to translate as much as I can. So enjoy the interviews. And when you when you finish listening to this podcast, please give us your opinions. What do you think about early pregnancy? Do you agree or support what are they saying? So stay tuned. It's Ayubu Mbarazi.
My name is Rosemary Anania Kamboi. I am living at Chamwino village. I am 23 years old. Today I like to talk about early pregnancy. So I need your cooperation and listen to me in order to understand what I'm going to explain about early pregnancy. Okay, I'm going direct to explain about early pregnancy. Early pregnancy refers to the pregnancy before maturity age, means under 18 years. Early pregnancy is a very problem to my society. So there are some causes of early pregnancy. So I'm going to mention one by one and then I explain it. First is poverty of family. Second one is early marriage. Another one is lack of gender education. Another one is lack of good parental care. Another one is separation of family. Also peer groups and the tradition beliefs. So I'm going direct to explain about poverty of family. Poverty of family is very problem to my society. Example like Chamwino village. Because poverty is the situation which unable to obtain basic needs such as food, shelter, and clothes. So through this poverty, girls or children cannot get basic needs. So this causes early pregnancy. Another one is early marriage. This because parents may allow their kids to get married so that they can earn money. So this is also cause early pregnancy. Another one is lack of gender education. Example, in my society there are lack of education to the little girls. So this is cause early pregnancy because little girls cannot get education in order to protect this situation. Another one is lack of good parental care due to the separation of family because some of children live with one parent, so this cannot get good care. So this causes early pregnancy. Another one is peer groups. Also this is cause of early pregnancy because some people using drug abuse can get sexual desire, so they can cause raping. Another one is traditional beliefs. This is the problem in my society because traditional beliefs is the one problem because believe that girls is like a tool of getting money, so this led early pregnancy. Also I continue to discuss about factors that affect early pregnancy. In my society, for how extent affected by early pregnancy, first one is early pregnancy has affected our society in a great extent, including spread of sexually transmitted disease such as HIV because they don't understand on how can protect this disease. Another one is about dropout from school. So this dropping of performance in education system because when a girl gets pregnant, she can't continue schooling. So this is affected by early pregnancy in my society. Another one is death during giving birth. This happened to the little girls because when they birth before maturity age, this affect girls through this early pregnancy. Another one is accumulation of street children due to the loss of parents. So this causes street children. Another one is psychological problem to the girls. This is facing big problem compared to the age. This is affected. So I like to advise my society to escape this issue about early pregnancy. First of all, adolescence education should be provided to the girls in my society. Education is very important in order to protect little girls from this situation. Another advice, young girls should be open to their parents about their growth changes, example, period of puberty, in order to get care from the parents to escape this early pregnancy. Another advice in my society, parents protect their children from bad people, example, fataki, who want sexual desire to their daughters, because bad people use money to convince them. Another advice also, I like to advise that girls should concentrate with their studies. Time has not reached and they should avoid sexual relationship. Also, government should make good laws in order to protect them from this situation. Okay, I like to thank you for listening me about this motion, early pregnancy. So I wish you a good day. Thank you very much.
My name is Rema. I'm from Chamwino village in Dodoma. I would like to talk about early pregnancy. Early pregnancy is a condition of children or kids under 18 years old being pregnant. In many African societies, there is the problem of early pregnancy, example at our village, Chamwino. This is due to the different factors that led to the occurrence of early pregnancy to most of children in our country or in our societies. The causes of early pregnancy are of different factors, like poverty. Poverty can lead to early pregnancy to most of African or Tanzanian children, because most of children, they fail to attain their basic needs because of poor living condition in their families, and this led to most of them to engage in bad or love affairs and sexing in order to get money so that they can get their basic needs like food, shelter and clothes and other school needs. Another causes of early pregnancy is peer groups. Also, most of children, they engage in peer groups in their societies. This also led to the increase of the rate of early pregnancy to them, because most of their groups, they engage in the uses of drug abuse. Thus, they led to most of them to engage in sex affairs and led to pregnant to most of children. Another causes of early pregnancy is family conflicts. Also, this can lead to most of children to get pregnant under 18 years old, because family conflicts can lead to them to escape from their home and go to other areas so that they can live in peace, so that when they move there, they meet with different people. Also, most of them, they face with poor living condition, hence they engage in maybe prostitution. Thus, it led to early pregnancy to them. Another causes is poor or bad parental care. Also, most of parents, they don't care their children. Thus, they live, or their children, they engage in bad behaviors like using drug abuse. Others, they engage in sex affairs. Thus, it led to pregnant to most of children. So bad parental care also can lead to early pregnancy to most of children in our societies. Also, another causes of early marriage is raping. Most of children or kids in our society, they are faced with raping. So when they become raped with guys, most of them they become pregnant. So that also led to early pregnancy to them. The problem of early pregnancy had led to many effects in our societies. Like at Chamwino, our society have been affected a lot with the early pregnancy. Like it has led to increase of mortality rate or death rate in our societies, because during delivery, most of children they died because of they are not matured well. Thus they fail to deliver well. Hence, most of them they die. Thus it led to the increase of death rate. Also, early pregnancy has led to early marriage in our societies, because most of children, when they being pregnant, their parents forced them to move from their home, hence to be married with those guys that have causing pregnant to them. Also, early pregnancy has led to the increase of infant mortality rate in our societies, because their parents they are still immature. Hence, during delivery, most of children after delivery they did not survive well, and hence they died under 5 years old. Also, early pregnancy has led to separation of families. In our societies, some families they separated because of early pregnancy. For example, in the family, when a child becomes pregnant, their fathers engage in they become in conflicts with their wives and children, because they say their mother they don't care well their children, hence they become pregnant. So due to this, it led to conflict between father, mother, and children. So it has led to increase of family conflicts and hence separation of those families. Also, early pregnancy has led to rise of child labor, because after a child being pregnant, they are forced to be married, and when they enter in marriage, they don't have a man to afford their lives. That's why they engage in labor, so that they can get or earn money in order to get their basic needs like food, shelter, and clothes. So it led to child labor to them. Also, for the rest, early marriage has led to increase of diseases, especially sexual diseases like HIV and syphilis to most of them, because they do not have enough education about sex. Thus, they engage in unsafe sex. That's why it led to spread of diseases like that. For my side, I would like to advise most of girls and children on how to avoid early pregnancy. First, they should avoid engaging in body groups. The groups that are not good to them. They are not good to them, because most of them they have bad advices, and also they advise them to engage in sexes that lead to occurrence of early pregnancy. Also, they should stop engaging in love affairs, because it's not good to them. Hence, it led to occurrence of pregnancy to most of them. Also, girls they should keep busy in their studies in school, and when they return at home, they should study hard in order to have good performance in their studies. Also, I would like to advise them to behave properly, example in wearing styles, because some children or girls can wear tight clothes and miniskirts that can attract other guys, hence they can be raped. So this is not good, because it attracts them to be raped. So they should wear properly another, they should follow religious teachings, because this also could keep them busy, and also they can be restricted with religious laws and teachings, like in commands in Bible. Yeah. Also, I would like to advise them to search for advices to their parents and other people when they are faced with the different problems, like personal problems, when they fail to get their basic needs, and also school needs. They should ask their parents, and also when they fail, they should search for advice from other people. That's why they can afford their needs, and also it could help them to avoid early marriage. Yeah, thank you.
Well, after very good interviews from Rehema and Rose, I could say that we have at least an enlightenment of what is early pregnancy and what are the causes, and also what are the general effect of early pregnancy, especially to the society in Chamwino, Dodoma, or Tanzania society in general. And after that, I think we have a very interesting interviews, because as we know that the local people in Tanzania doesn't speak English, so we had to go around try to get their opinion. But the good thing that they were ready to talk about early pregnancy, but the bad news, especially for English speakers, that they didn't speak in English, so we had to take the interviews in Swahili. But the good news is that I understand Swahili and English, so after these two interviews, I will summarize a little bit what they've been speaking about. So please enjoy the interviews, and we did in Swahili because that is the only way that we can get to them, so they can be confident and speak freely, because it's very easy to speak in your own language than to use a foreign language. So before the interview, we're gonna have a short music, and then we're gonna listen to the interviews that was taken in Swahili. After that, I will summarize what they've been talking about, and that will be the end of our show. Stay tuned.
Yeah. nauliza rushwa ni nini? Tuulize.
Rushwa ni kununua haki ya mtu mwingine ambaye mwenye haki na kuifanya kuwa haki yake. Watu wengi wamepoteza haki zao kwa sababu hawana uwezo wa kuifikia hiyo rushwa. Hakika tunasema wanaleta rushwa zinasababisha visa vikubwa vya mauaji kati ya mtu na mtu. Pia na yule hata aioni anaweza kuchukua maamuzi hata kujihama, anaona kama hasani nyingi. Ndugu viongozi wote, tendo la rushwa tuliache ili kila mtu awe na haki yake halali. Tukishirikiana na TAKUKURU tutalinda hili janga la rushwa.
Okay, mimi naitwa Mwenyeka Gunda, ni kutoka kituo cha Radio ARTCAST cha Dodoma. Sijui nazungumza na nani muda huu?
Pendo.
Pendo nani?
Pendo Marogo.
Okay, dada Pendo Marogo. Wewe ni mkazi wa Chamwino, si ndio?
Ndiyo.
Na maswali kadhaa kuhusiana na mimba za utotoni. Kwanza kwa ujumla unalizungumziaje swala la mimba za utotoni?
Inachangiwa tu na maisha magumu.
Basi. Kivipi?
Kwa mfano, yani kama si watoto wa kike, mama hana hela, kwa hiyo lazima niende nikatafute hela, na yule mwanaume anasema nimpe ili anipe hela. Kwa hiyo ndio hivyo, maisha magumu tu ndio yanayochangia.
Unafikiri hakuna sababu nyingine zaidi ya maisha magumu? Je, tamaa au labda ni mabinti wenyewe vishawishi, ukuaji au vijana wa kiume?
Kwa maana nasema maisha magumu ndio yanayochangia. Au utakuta binti mdogo anajitafutia hela, wewe unategemea hapo kinachofuata nini? Si mimba za utotoni.
Okay. Je, kuna faida yoyote msichana kupata mimba akiwa mdogo?
Faida hamna, ila ni mateso tu.
Mateso gani kwa mfano?
Kama hivyo mtoto mdogo anazaa kwenye umri mdogo, yule mtoto akishazaliwa anakuwa na maisha mabovu.
Je, unafikiri jamii kwa ujumla au kama wewe umechukua hatua gani kuweza kuzuia mimba za utotoni? Ushawahi kutoa ushauri kwa mabinti au ushafanya chochote wewe kama wewe kuanzia kwako na kwa jamii nguli?
Ushauri wangu tu ni kwamba wazazi inabidi tuwe makini sana na watoto wetu.
Tayari ushawahi kutoa ushauri kwa mabinti wadogo au vipi?
Nishawahi kutoa ushauri, lakini sasa watoto wenyewe siku hizi ndio hawasikii.
Na jamii kwa ujumla, labda wazazi wafanye nini ili kuweza kuzuia mimba za utotoni?
Ni kukaa nao tu watoto wao au watoto wetu ili tuwaelezee hali halisi ya maisha.
Kuna muda mzungumzia hapa hasara, nilikuuliza swala la faida ukaniambia hakuna faida, ni hasara. Unaweza kuongelea hasara nyingine yoyote nje ya malezi mabovu? Hawezi kupata labda kufariki nini?
Hasara ipo kwa sababu ukishazaa kwenye umri mdogo au kibeba mimba kwenye umri mdogo kuna hasara yake. Maana hata ukienda hospitalini unakuwa bado hata zile mbavu zako bado hazijapanuka vizuri. Kwa hiyo kuzaa lazima ikupe shida. Ndio utakuta labda mtu unafanya operation bahati mbaya unafariki.
Okay. Je, kwa haya mazingira yako ya Chamwino kuna watu ambao wameshapitia hilo tukio kupata mimba kwa mabinti wadogo? Na wewe umeshawaona?
Nishawaona.
Yakoje sasa?
Mabaya sana.
Okay, nini unashauri ambao tayari ushakutana na hiyo hali?
Mimi nashauri tu kwa mfano wazazi inabidi tuzidi tu kuwaelimisha watoto wetu kwamba mimba sio nzuri za utotoni.
Nataka wape ushauri wale ambao tayari wana watoto na wamepata wadogo au waweze vipi kujitatua na hilo tatizo la kuwa na watoto wadogo na wenyewe wakiwa bado na umri mdogo?
Mimi ninachowashauri tu waachane na mambo ya anasa za dunia, maana hicho ndio kikwazo kikubwa, na wenyewe waache kutamanisha wanaume. Kwa mfano sasa mtoto mdogo kwa mfano yani mtoto mdogo tu anaweza kumtamanisha mwanaume. Vishawishi ni vipo vingi sana. Kwa waache.
Nimeona umekuwa ukiwaandama sana wanawake. Je, unawashauri vipi au vijana wanaowapa mimba mabinti?
Na wenyewe waache kutamani watoto wadogo, watafute saizi zao.
Okay, asante sana. Dada nani tena?
Naitwa dada Pendo Malogo.
Asante Pendo Malogo kwa mahojiano mazuri.
Well, Pendo has been talking about what is the effect of early pregnancy and what to do after early pregnancy and who to blame. So starting with the causes of early pregnancy, she spoke about how a lot of girls engage in sexual affairs, and one of the causes is she said that a lot of girls engage in sexual affair because they want to get money so they can afford different issues that they need as women. You find out like the family is very poor, they cannot get enough money for school maybe, or to buy women's needs. So in order to get money, they have to engage in sexual relationship because men just offer money so they can get sexy. So it's been a stressing situation for them, but because they have no choice, they have to accept and do it. But also she said that lack of sexual education it has been a little bit of problem, especially in the rural areas, because children, when they grow up, when they get to the age of 14, 15, they get matured a little bit. And when they start getting matured, they get a lot of temptation, sexually tempted with a lot of things. But the parents and the society in general doesn't teach these kids on what to do when they find themselves in that kind of situation. So when someone comes and try to tempt them, it's become easy because they also feel the same, so they engage in sexual relationship. And at the end of the day, because they don't know how to protect themselves, they don't know what is the impact of that, they find out themselves they got pregnant, and at the end of the day it become a problem. And she also said that in order to avoid this, parents should be a little bit transparent, try to help their kids to avoid this kind of situation, and also she tried to talk about the government should put a little bit high punishment for all the people who give pregnancy to young girls. So we're going to listen to another interviews which was taken in Swahili language, and after that I will summarize it again. Stay tuned.
Habari, mimi naitwa Mwanyika Gudran na leo nipo hapa Chabwino. Kuna dada hapa mmoja anaomba jitambulishe mwenyewe.
Esther Charles Chamwino.
Sasa dada Esther, na maswali kadhaa ningependa nikuulize. La kwanza kabisa, je, unaongeleaje kuhusiana na mimba za utotoni? Chochote kile.
Mimba za utotoni zipo, ila kwa watoto wanapata hasara, wengine unakuta wanakatishwa masomo, malengo yao ya mbele ambayo walikuwa wamejipangia wanakatisha. Lakini si kana kwamba wenyewe tu wanaume wanakatisha, inawezekana watoto wenyewe ndio wanapenda hivyo. Maana najua mimi mwanafunzi, kwa nini nifanye hivi? Na mtu unakuta anaonywa na wazazi, mwenyewe anataka.
Umeongea swala moja la msingi, umenikumbusha. Je, basi tuambie, unafikiri chanzo cha mimba za utotoni ni nini? Vyanzo mbalimbali.
Tamaa kwa watoto bado wadogo. tamaa tunakuta na malezi, wengine baadhi wazazi malezi. Unakuta mtoto anarudi usiku, hamkanyi mwanae, anamwacha tu, anamwambia bwana wewe basi.
Ugumu wa maisha, labda kukosekana kwa huduma muhimu kwa watoto wa kike au sababishi mimba za utotoni?
Unasababisha, maana mtoto anakuwa na wazazi, mama naomba hiki, sina. Hasa na mimi nawaza nitapata wapi mahitaji nijikizi. Acha na mimi nitafute, na mtu ananitaka ananipa na hela, napokea.
Umeshawahi kukutana na watu ambao wamepata mimba wakiwa na umri mdogo?
Bado.
Kweli kabisa hujawahi kumuona au hata kusikia?
Kusikia nasikia.
Unafikiri wapo katika hali gani kwa sasa hivi katika ulezi wao?
Mazingira magumu sana, maana unakuta hata mahitaji ya mtoto anashindwa kuyapata kwa umuhimu.
Unazungumzia nini kifanyike sasa ili tuweze kupunguza mimba za utotoni?
Na mimi natoa ushauri kwa wazazi, tukae na watoto tuwakanye jinsi ya maisha.
Wewe ni mzazi pia?
Ndiyo.
Una mtoto
wa kike.
Mtoto wako utamzuia vipi ili asiweze kupata mimba kwa umri mdogo?
Nitakaa naye, nitaongea naye tu.
Mtoto wako ana umri gani?
Miaka 5.
Sawa. Sasa kwa kufunga kabisa, unashauri nini serikali kwa ujumla? Kwa sababu hapo umeongelea kwa upande wa jamii, unazungumzia serikali iweke mwamko gani?
Serikali itusaidie kuweka msimamo kwa wazazi na kwenye serikali. Mtoto akipata mimba utotoni akamatwe na wazazi, na huyo aliyempa mimba na mwenyewe. Maana usimkamate mwanaume tu, na mwenyewe mwanamke kapenda.
Kwa hiyo kuna sheria za wanaume kukamatwa, si ndio?
Ndio, naona sheria tu za wanaume kukamatwa. Kwani wanawake wasikamatwe wakati na mwenyewe akakubali?
Hizo sheria kuna baadhi ushawahi kusikia amekamatwa labda kwa kumpa mwanamke msichana mdogo mimba?
Ndio, zipo, ushawahi kushuhudia.
Na wanakwenda kweli zinatekelezwa ipasavyo? Swali langu ndio.
Kutekelezwa zinatekelezwa, lakini sio kivile walivyoweka. Unakuta wengine wanatoa rushwa. Kama mimi mdogo wangu kampa mtu mimba, nikienda pale kituoni kabla kesi haijafika mbali, na wapa pale hela, tukiongea nao tunamaliza, basi wanamwachia.
Hiyo ni story ya kweli?
Ndio.
Wewe mdogo wako alimpa mtu?
Sio mdogo wangu mimi. Kwa mfano, nimepigia mfano.
Okay. Asante sana kwa ushirikiano. Nani tena jina?
Esther.
Asante dada Esther.
Well, Esther spoke about something which is very interesting. I could talk about everything that she spoke about, but it's just the same, almost the same as what Pendo talked about, the effect of early pregnancy, like kids stop studying, their dreams end up there. Sometimes some kids die on the hospital during the delivery because they don't have, their body is not ready to give birth. But also she spoke about something which is very, very interesting, which is the punishment for giving a pregnant young girl under 18 years old. If you, not just giving pregnant, but if you found out that you have been having sexual affair with an underage girl, the penalty is 30 years in jail for a man. But she said that if the punishment was also applied to women, maybe this kind of thing could be taken serious, because a lot of women doesn't think about what they're gonna get after engaging themselves on the sexual affair. So she trying to tell the government that they should put a punishment also to these girls who are engaging on the sexual affairs, so they can also learn that this is not good. But also to the parents, especially parents, not just the girls can maybe the pregnancy is enough punishment, but she spoke about the parents, because the parents doesn't take good care of their child. So if their child get pregnant, they should also get like 30 years on prison. And that is, to me, is very interesting. I don't know about you. Maybe if you listen to this, you can leave a comment. What do you think about what Esther and Pendo talked about? And what are your opinions on the pregnancy issues? So let's listen a little bit to the sponsors, and then we'll come back for the conclusion.
The project is carried out thanks to the financial support of the European program Erasmus+, K-Action 2, Capacity Building in the Field of Youth.
Well, after very productive and very interesting interviews from Pendo and Esther, I would like to thank everyone who has been listening to our podcast, and I would like to also thank our organization, Chamwino Arts Center, Open Space Foundation from Bulgaria, Soul Expression from Uganda, Mindwagon from Italy, for cooperating and make this podcast possible. But also like to thank to the European Commission for sponsoring this project. So stay tuned for more podcasts like this, and when you get an advice, a comment, or maybe a topic you want us to discuss about, please put it in a comment, and we will be very happy about that. Thank you and have a nice day.